All right, we want to start off by giving our praises to Yahweh,
Yahweh
Bashem,
Bashem,
Yahweh Shai,
Yahushua,
Bashem,
Bashem,
Rakal,
Rakal,
Kadashi.
Kadash.
Give my honors to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone rule well. These are salutations to the house of David, the elect man pushing this truth, faith and sincerity. Mr. Brother Tazakah.
And Brother McCoy.
And, what was gonna go into today, brother?
Um, not being as the 2/3.
Okay, time. Time. Whatever you got, bring it up.
Yeah, this is Jude 1 and 11. It says, "Woe to them, for they have gone in the way of Cain, and ran greedily after the error of Balaam for reward." Yeah, bro.
God. Yeah, they said that they have one in the way of Cain, man. You know, we know which way Cain went. You know, he went rough ways. You know what I'm saying?
Con.
He was the first murderer. You know, he was the first liar. You know, he was pretty much, the first the first wicked. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, which we know that was the serpent, the same spirit that was within the serpent who was created to be wicked. But ultimately, Cain was that wicked one, man. And our people, they have become wicked ones. You know, they have went in that same way for reward, man. For things of this world. You know.
Con. You have one?
Yeah. Let me look for it real quick. Yeah, another one.
Con. Job 6:18. It says, "The paths of their way are turned aside. They go to nothing. They go to nothing and perish." And you got 2/3 of our people have gone aside. They have turned away from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay, we out there preaching every week. People walk past. They don't want to stop to inquire of anything. They got stuff to do. And then when they do stop, they want to talk this bullshit, talking about some. I really had the nigga come up to me last week. Well, not last week, a couple days ago on Thursday. And the first thing he said was, "Man, you got to prove to me in that Bible God is real." Because he's going to try to tell me that the tree grows by itself. It has a mind. I'm like, nigga, God makes the tree grow. What the fuck is you talking about? Every seed that hits the dirt don't fucking grow. You got seeds in the ground that don't fucking grow. Why? Because Yahweh didn't make it grow. Yahweh makes things grow. Scriptures tell you that. But then he told me, "Man, you got prove to me in that Bible God is real." And I was about to do it through the curses because you can easily prove it. So then he was like, and then fast forward, and then he ended up saying, after I showed him where, and after I basically was telling him God doesn't love everybody, he talking about some, "Man, God loves everybody." Hold on, you just said God wasn't real. Now
Right.
you're going to tell me he is. Not only is he real, he loves everybody. Now all of a sudden you're an expert when you just got done telling me he's not real. Now you're the expert. That's the niggas for you. They're experts on everything, bro. They're experts on everything.
Good. Bro. Especially when they come, they see their own people. You know what I'm saying? Teaching the Bible or something. They like, oh yeah, he can't know more than me. You know what I'm saying? Let me show him what I know. He just a nigga. He don't know nothing.
Niggas bleed just like us.
God, God. Dang. Let me. I got to precept the back what you just said. This Romans chapter 1 verse 20 21. It says, because that when they knew Yahweh, they glorified him not as Yahweh, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. It says, professing themselves to be wise, they became fools and changed the glory of the uncorruptible power Yahweh unto an image made like to corruptible man, and to birds and four-footed beasts and creeping things. So it says they changed the image of the uncorruptible power into an image of a corruptible man. You know, like you were saying about this guy. You know what I'm saying? God is not real, but then if he is real, he loves everybody. You know. Uh, well, you can't name a man on this earth that just love everybody. So that's contradictory in itself. You know. It says, verse 24, wherefore Yahweh also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of Yahweh into a lie, and worshipped and served the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. You know, and that's what Jake be doing. He changed the truth of Yahweh into a lie, man. You know, he worship and serve the creature more than the Creator. Talking about damn trees growing their own, nigga. Who made trees? You know,
He
that's
said the rain makes them grow. That's what he said. The rain makes them grow.
who puts the
Who
rain
makes the
down?
rain?
Right. Come on, bro. Stupid nigga. Yeah, that's pretty much it though.
It's Proverbs 14:12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
Mm.
Even in laughter, the heart is sorrowful, and the end of that mirth is heaviness. The backslider in the heart shall be filled with his own ways, and a good man shall be satisfied from himself. And that's going to be, and that's the that's the 2/3. They there's ways that seem right unto them, but the end is death. To them, they believe the things that Esau's pushing just sound so good because Esau got those words that's smoother than butter. He's telling our people, there is a God and he loves everybody. He's telling people you can do whatever you want. The nigga is literally smoking a cigarette as he's telling me about God. Telling me, man, I've been in jail. I learned all the religions. I know about Allah. I read the Quran. I read he thought, what is that, the King David version? That's the King David version you got right there? I'm like, bro, what is a King David version? What are you talking about? He said, you know who wrote that Bible? William Shakespeare. I'm like, oh my God, nigga, what are you talking about? Nobody wrote this but the men of the Lord. They translate. This is not the same thing. That's like you go on stage, like sometimes after the MMA fights, you be having the jakes from like the other countries. They don't speak English that well, and they bring up a translator to tell them what the announcer is saying. The translator is telling them what the announcer is saying to him, so he can respond with the mic. The
Right.
guy, the translator, is not freestyling. He's telling them what the other guy is saying,
Right.
and that's exactly what. So that's what William Shakespeare did. He just helped. He was one of the many people who translate. I believe it was 70-something translators. Like, I think it was like 30 for the New Testament, like 20 for the Apocrypha, and the rest for the Old Testament. But it was like more than one person working on it. So everybody had to agree on what they were talking about. Somebody just couldn't say, all right, this is what this means. We're going to run this. No, everybody had to come to an agreement. Like, these are what this means.
Right.
That the King David version. Nigga, you dumb or something? What are you talking about?
Bro, that does not exist, bucko.
Huh?
I said that that don't exist. Okay, this
That's something he was talking about. What's that? The King David version? He was hyped, like he just knew, like, that's the King David version, right? Ain't that what you got? I'm like, what are you talking about?
oh man.
You got
This
some?
yeah, I got some. This 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 13. It says, but evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived, you know. And that's 2/3 of our people, man. You know, they're evil men, you know, so they're waxing worse and worse, man. you know, deceiving and being deceived, man. You can tell Jake anything outside of being an Israelite, and they'll believe that shit, man. You know, Jake be into anything but the truth. You know what I'm saying?
White, we can all be Muslims. God died for everybody. They'll believe anything. But as soon as you say the Lord is a so-called black man, show me. I need to see this in the Bible. Prove to me. That's what it
Right.
says. Prove to me the angels are in the chariots. You okay? That's a bit far-fetched. So I understand that part. But just simple
But
things as I can understand them questioning angels being in UFOs. That's like, okay, I understand that part. Because that does sound a little bit crazy when you just think about it. Like, why do people with wings need vehicles? That does sound a little crazy. But the Lord being a so-called black man, now that's what, man, color don't matter anyway. It ain't in there. It said it was white like wool. Not, it was woolly, white like wool. And
but
then it said bronze.
here's the thing though, bro. When let Esau be teaching the Bible, you know what I'm saying, or one of these so-called renowned men of our nation teaching the word, you know what I'm saying, with a good suit on and a nice shape up. You know, they're not gonna question him about bringing out the scripts, you know, bringing out the scriptures and breaking down the scriptures. But when they see regular Jakes that just look lowly, you know what I'm saying, or so to speak, you know, like them or something, have the appearance of them, or they feel like, you know, they judge them by the outward appearance. Then they want to know, they want you to prove something to them. But you ain't gonna go to Esau and ask him to prove nothing to you. You know, when he got his suit on and his shaved ass beard, and he breaking down, giving you all these perverse breakdowns of the scriptures, you're not gonna ask him to prove it to you. You know, it's only when you see young so-called black men breaking down the scripts, then you want somebody to prove it to you. You know,
Bro,
that's
Esau done told our people they're black. And they believe that shit.
right.
And we'll tell Jakes, y'all not black. Like, nigga, I'm black. Fuck you talking about. I'm black. I'm like, bro, look at you. You're not black. I don't care what you say, I'm black. Bro, what? Are you
Yeah,
serious right now? You're literally not black. I'm
right.
black. Master told me I'm black. I'm black. Who are you to tell me any different? You just a nigga.
Good.
Forget about the colors. Forget about the facts. Man, you can read that again, bro?
Con. It's 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 13. It says, but evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived.
Look at that. Sakari. Sakari. There they go. That's talking about Sakari right there.
Oh
Worse
man, them
and
guys
worse
are
and worse. Talking about some man. Paul, he was going on. Paul's not on the same accord as Yahweh Shah. Paul was telling people they can eat whatever they want to eat.
Hawk man, see that's when you start freestyling, you know, because you
Like,
just want to get some kind of notoriety, you know what I'm saying?
Mr. Chief Priest. Who man is that?
There's a lot of people, man.
That's the
Uh,
missile. Man. So
verse
called free
14.
rocket.
I got a little bit more on it on this right here, bro.
Huh.
This verse 14. It says, "But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and has been assured of, knowing of him whom thou hast learned them." You know, and that's another thing too, man. You gotta continue in the things that you have learned, man. You can't try to switch up the doctrine, man. You know, or you can't receive the doctrine and then try to turn it into what you believe it's supposed to be, man. You can't do that, man. You got to continue in what thou hast learned and being assured of. You know, that's why the scriptures say, "Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind." When you come into the faith, you got to be fully persuaded and assured of what you're teaching in your faith, man. It says, "Knowing of whom thou hast learned them," knowing of whom thou hast learned them, which, of course, we have men and elders above us who we learn from, who we believe through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Al Shaddai was ordained and were given dominion and given the spirit to give us this doctrine, man. You know,
Bro,
so you supposed to appreciate that, man.
who did Paul learn from though?
Apostle Paul learned from Yahweh Shah himself. But they don't believe that.
That's what it boils down to. That's
Right.
what that scripture said. Who
Right.
they learned it from. And
Right.
Apostle Paul learned it from Yahweh Shah himself.
All right. Bring out what you got real quick. I'm going to take this call real quick, bro.
This is Psalms 5:5. This is the foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity. Thou shalt destroy them that speaketh leasing. Yahweh will abhor the bloody and deceitful men. And Yahweh's going to destroy the bloody and deceitful men. He hateth all workers of iniquity. And you got 2/3 of our people who are being evil. And on top, like you got Jakes, they want to follow Allah. Jakes want to follow Christianity, all these false doctrines, so that they can sin, pretty much, so they can add sin unto sin. Okay, and then on top of that, you got the camps, the so-called following Yahweh Bashim Al-Shad, but they themselves don't even believe in the truth. Because if they did, they would be following the doctrine, which they don't follow the doctrine. Because you got a lot of these camps that go Friday and Saturday is a Sabbath, which that's not proven nowhere in the Bible. You got camps that don't believe in Israelite foreigners, Israelites who don't look like other people. Because you're going to have Israelites who look like all different kind of nations. But then you got camps that don't teach that because they're going on too, like HOI. All the other camps who don't teach the doctrine that that is taught at Great Millstone are going off in some way, shape, or form. I guarantee you, every single one. I already did a video on this a while back. HOI, Sakari, so-called Adam Abbott, IUIC, ISUPK, all these different camps are going off. Okay? All these different camps are going off in some way, shape, or form. Every single one of them. You got something, bro?
I got a little bit more on that, 2 Timothy 3.
You got it.
This back in 2 Timothy 3 in verse 15, it says, and that from a child thou hast known the holy scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation through faith, which is in Hamashiach, Yahweh Shah, you know, and you become a child, you become reborn when you come into the faith, when you come into the true doctrine of the truth, you know, you become reborn as a child, you know, you become a newborn babe, you become a child again, you know, and you have to grow up with what you learn from a child up to become wise unto salvation, man. You know, you have to have faith in that, man. You can't get older, you know, and start growing up and then think you could dictate your own way, your own path, man. You got to keep going with the path that was set before you, man. You can't try to switch it up in the middle, man. You know, you try to take a shortcut somewhere. You try to, you know, hide out somewhere. You know, you try to come up your own way. Like Yahweh Shah said, him that try to come up another way, the same as a thief and a robber, man. You know, so if you know, we know what's gonna happen to thieves and robbers, man. You know, they're gonna have their place in the lake of fire. You know, it says, verse 16. It says, all scripture is given by inspiration of Yahweh. So that's a cut on what you were saying about old boy. You know, saying William Shakespeare and so and so wrote the Bible. It don't matter who wrote the words, who inspired the words that were spoken and written. You know, ain't nobody just come down and write, oh, let me write this. Or like, man, ain't a nigga on this earth with this type of planet. I mean, not a nigga on this planet with this type of knowledge. You know, not one nigga on this earth with this type of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to write some scriptures, man. Get the hell out of here, man. It says, all scripture is given by inspiration of Yahweh, which is obvious, bro. Because even how the scriptures are written in parables, you know, you have to be able, you got to understand a parable to break down a parable. You know, you got to understand a parable to write a parable. Everybody can't break down these parables, bro. Obviously, you know, you can't just read some. who the hell in their right mind gonna be able to write these parables, bro? You know, you can't, and then it have a meaning that applies to Yahweh Bashim Al. Only Yahweh Bashim Al can do that. You know, it says all scripture is given by inspiration of Yahweh and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness. And that's the whole point. Jake don't want the right doctrine. All right, he don't want to be reproved. He don't want to be corrected, man. He don't want instruction in righteousness, man. That's why he rejects this the Bible, man. You know, that's why he rejects the words of the scriptures. It says that the man of Yahweh may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works. And Jake ain't trying to be perfect, furnished unto good works, man. He trying to be perfectly furnished to do wicked, man, and be excused and justified in his wickedness, man. That's all Jake want to do. Jake just want to have an excuse to be wicked and not feel bad about it, you know.
That's it for that.
Yeah, that's it, bro.
This is Ecclesiasticus 12:13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? You got it, bro.
Yeah, so ultimately, you know, Yahweh Shema don't pity you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians, man. All right, because y'all brought swift judgment upon yourselves, man. Why? You know, because you want to reject the word, you want to reject Yahweh Shema Shai. You know, you don't want to do things like how it was set up for you to do it. So ultimately, you know, when destruction come upon you, man, ain't nobody gonna pity you, man. That's why, like when we were talking to the brother the other day, we brought out that Jeremiah, you know, it said, Jeremiah the 11th chapter say, pray not for these people, you know, because ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for you, man. You had an opportunity to change your ways and mend your ways, but you refused, you know. So therefore, you know, when destruction come upon you, don't be expecting nobody to feel sorry for you, man.
Not only that, bro, it said who's gonna pity somebody who comes onto wild beasts?
Right.
You a dickhead? You see a guy telling some, watch this. I'm about to go jump over the cage and mess with this lion, and he get torn to pieces. Who's gonna cry for this dude? Like, dickhead,
Right.
you who the fuck plays with lions? You want to die, right? You want to die. So it said who's going to pity a charmer or a person who goes onto a sinner, and that's ultimately why we're not supposed to be around 2/3 either. Like, if you imagine if you got a brother, he was in a car with a bunch of niggas, and the car got shot up, they all died. Who's gonna cry? Who's gonna cry for that G? Like, bro, why? That's the first thing I'm asking. Why is he in a car with niggas? Anyway, we know you're not supposed to be around niggas, and that's what this shit just said. You're not supposed to be hanging out with niggas. Matter of fact, I'm gonna bring it again. It says, "Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? So one that goeth to a sinner, and is defiled with him and his sins, who will pity?" So it says, who's gonna be pitying these people who hanging out with these? Like, you hanging out with niggas, you gonna get what niggas get. You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes.
God, bro. It's Amos chapter 3, verse 8. It says, the lion have roared, who will not fear, you know? And that's going to what you were just bringing up, you know, like if a lion run up on you, you know, what you just gonna be like, oh shit, and then I throw hands with this lion, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, I ain't stun this damn lion, you know, like if a lion run up on you, bro, you might shit your drawers, man. You know. So it says the lion have roared, who will not fear. It says the Lord Yahweh have spoken, who can but prophecy. Woo! So when Yahweh Shema Shai speaks, you can't even help but prophesize, man. You know. So that's how you know that these words are of Yahweh Shema Shai, because you got all these young men, you know, stopping whatever they doing in their life to go prophesize, man. That's how you know the words of Yahweh Shem is. Yes, that's how you know these words are being spoken by Yahweh Shem Shah, because ultimately you can't even do nothing but prophecy when Yahweh Shem Shah speak. It's like it ain't like you could just be like, oh, I'm just gonna prophesize. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shem Shah got to speak through you for you to go do it. So that's how you know that this is of Yahweh Shem Shah, because ain't nobody just taking it on their own accord to be like, oh, I'm just gonna go prophesize. You know, who do you know who was doing this? Like in the 90s, you didn't see no whole bunch of young men on the corners with sackcloth on, you know, reading out the Bible, bro. Guys in their 20s, you know, some in their teens, you know what I'm saying, teaching the Bible, some they early 30s. You weren't seeing no shit like that, man, when you was growing up. You know, that's why, because this is obviously Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua is speaking through man. You know, it's obvious that Yahweh is real, that Yahweh is Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua has spoken his word and gave it to others for them to translate it and for them to speak it, you know.
It says when the wicked are in authority, the people mourn.
Right. Time, bro.
And that's why we come out there, because we in a state of mourning, because we don't like this shit the way it's going on here. We're protesting in the name of Yahweh Shem Shah, because we don't like this place at all. So for the niggas who don't come out here and doing this work, you must like how this shit is set up. You must love women talking to you crazy. You must love heathens talking to you crazy. You must love Esau sitting in the ruler's seat and your people being oppressed and killed, and all across America, all across the world. You must love that. I don't love that shit.
God, bro.
This is and 24, nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death into the world, and they that do hold of his side do find it. So it says through envy. So basically what they're saying, everybody who follow Esau, y'all going to find exactly what y'all looking for, which is death. Okay? Because everything that Esau promotes is death. There is no life for Esau. Esau pitches YOLO. You only live once. Live your best life. Yahushua is pushing. He got on his table. His benefits is eternal life, structure and order. Esau is pushing chaos. You gotta love everybody. Everything you say got to be censored. On the plantation I work at, I got to work with a transgender. Just seeing that nigga is just like, I want to rip his head off. I want to rip his fucking head off. Every time I see him, like, oh my God, get away from me. Why are you near me? It's just upsetting that these niggas get to walk around freely. They should just die. They should be killed on sight. Like, this is not a thing. Everybody talking to this nigga like it's a regular thing. Like, yo, don't y'all see this thing? This is clearly a nigga. It's clearly a nigga.
Sick, man. Yeah, it's just like at the damn wicked ass plantation I'm working at. You know what I'm saying? The person that's on my line, the leader of my line is a nigga woman, man. And she you know, here it is, we lifting all these heavy ass buckets, bro, of powder and throwing them shits in the thing. Them shits like 40, 50 pounds, bro. So, bro, I'm talking about we doing this shit for like 30, 40 good minutes, bro. You know what I'm saying? And she just sitting down, just like saying, do this, do that. Bitch, how about you get your stupid ass over here and come lift one of these buckets, bitch? You want to talk about do something? You know what I'm saying? Like, but only in this society, Esau set it up and have you at a job where only obviously man can do this type of laborer's work, but you got women in here dictating. What kind of sense does that make? They shouldn't be able to dictate shit if they can't lift one of these damn buckets. If you can't lift one of these buckets, you can't say nothing about a bucket. You know what I'm saying?
Show me how to do it real quick.
Right. What the fuck? No, you say that now, Esau. Oh, you disrespected your manager. You got to get fired now. What kind of sick place is this, man?
Matter of fact,
This
where I'm
my
at,
bad.
you got the dude. He be walking around talking about some. Come on, hurry up, hurry up. We gotta get this done. We gotta get this done. I'm like, we? Fuck you, mean we gotta get this done, nigga? You don't do shit around here. You
Right,
don't do shit. You just tell people where to go. You be quarterback and shit. You don't do nothing. Be
right,
like, come on, guys, we're running out of time. I need this done, nigga. Well, why don't you fucking help? How about
right.
that? He just standing around. Come on, come on, come on.
Who was
Just
it,
stand.
Edomite?
Hmm?
It's an
No,
Edomite.
he probably Issachar.
And that's another thing too. That's wicked in itself too. Esau be having Jake delegating his shit. You know, that's another wicked ass thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Jake be all for it, just to have a little spot and
Mm-hmm.
Esau shit and do and uphold Esau business. He all for it. He'll do that all day. You know?
That's Willie Lynch shit right there.
Yeah.
Raise up one of these niggas, pit him up over the other nigga. That's how we do it.
Kind, bro.
That's that old house nigga shit.
Kind, bro. Kind. This Proverbs chapter 8. Yeah, kind, brother. Nigga drivers. This Proverbs 8 and 35. It says, "For whoso findeth me findeth life, and shall obtain favor of the Lord Yahweh Shai. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All that hate me, all they that hate me love death." You know, and they go into what you were just talking about, because obviously Esau, even the so-called white man, he hates the Lord, man. He does everything in opposition to the scriptures, man. All right, you putting a woman in charge, that's in opposition to the scriptures. Okay, making a man's brother hate his own brother is that's in opposition to the scriptures, man. You know, making giving a transgender rights, that's in opposition to the scriptures. You know, teaching the scriptures not in the proper fashion, that's in opposition to the scriptures. Everything that Esau Edom does is in opposition to how you're really supposed to abide in the scriptures, man. So obviously he hates the Most High. All right, why? Because these are the words of the Most High in these scriptures. So obviously he hates them because he don't do nothing that the Most High say. So you want to follow Esau when he hate the Most High, you know, he gonna get put to death, and your ass gonna get put to death too. Cause all those that hate me love death, man. You know, that's simple and plain, man. You know, and you obviously hate Yahweh Shem Shah if you don't want to abide in his way. You know,
Con.
I got you had something to say?
No, no.
I got one more.
Con,
What's that,
con.
bro?
Got it,
I got
bro.
one more. Yo, this St. John chapter 12, verse 25. It says, "He that loveth his life shall lose it, and he that hateth his life in this world shall keep it unto life eternal." You got that, bro?
Yeah, and you got a lot of people in the truth. You got the 2/3 of our people who don't have this knowledge, who don't care about this knowledge. They love their lives. You have I've seen bum ass niggas on the street talk shit about the truth. They would rather keep the way they're bumming it than coming to Yahweh Shemi Shai. So that's just wild. But then you got people that's in the truth that still love their life. Like they don't want to give up the ways of the world. They just don't want to give. They say, man, I'm gonna just treat this like I'm gonna treat this like Bruce Wayne and Batman. I'm gonna be I'm gonna live my life by day and by night. I'm gonna fight demons and crime. That's what I'm gonna do. Trying to live a double life. You can't live a not the way you're supposed to live a double life, but not to the point where these people are doing it. They doing too much. They doing too good of a job. You doing too good of a job. I know people who are doing too good of a job living a double life. Y'all are literally loving life out here. The only time you really should be acting is on a plantation. That's probably the only time you should be acting. You shouldn't be going out of your way to social events with niggas and acting. Yeah, cloak Israelites. They living their best life right now. they trying to get best of the both worlds. They trying to live it good now and get in the kingdom. You ain't going to get both. You ain't going to get both. You can't just pretend like your life is struggling, you having a hard life, but you secretly love it. You can't hide, like in the scriptures, like Christians always say, God knows my heart. Well, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, who do know your heart, okay? And if you claim and you hate your life and you really love your life, you just trying to put up a facade, you're gonna be destroyed. Ain't no way around it. Niggas be thinking, oh, I can get over on man, I can get over Yahweh Shem Yahshua.
Yeah, all right. That's a dangerous game to play, boy.
Like you say, it's a lot of people out here to play with.
God.
Ain't one.
No, God, bro. God. I got this. I got this one for you too, bro. I know you got something. This 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 21. Ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. Ye cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of the tables and of the table of devils. Do we provoke the Lord to jealousy? Are we stronger than he? It says, all things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not. It says, so pretty much we can't be playing both sides of the fence, man. All right, you either got to be all in for Yahweh Shem Yahshua or all in for Satan, man. One of the two, man. You know, and you know a lot of our people they try to do that. They try to say they love God, but they don't do the things that God would like. Like it says, having a form of godliness but denying the power thereof. And that's how Jake is, man. He have a form of godliness. Oh, I love God. I believe in God, but he don't do nothing that God tell him to do, man. If you love God so much, why your funky ass celebrating Christmas, man? All right. If you love God so much, why are you shaving your beard off and getting that fresh ass lineup you got? You know, if you love God so much, why you eating a pork chop, eating the beef burger with bacon on top, man? How the hell you love God, man? All right. You know, that's crazy. You know, how you love God so much and you'll fuck your brother wife, you know, you'll fuck his bitch. You know, you don't love God, man. You know, it says, do we provoke the Lord to jealousy? Are we stronger than he? Yeah, because that's what you really saying. You saying that you stronger than the Most High. If you think that you get, because you got, like you were saying, you got Jakes that's in the truth too, who will do things that's, you know, it might not, so to speak, be unlawful, but you investing too much into this world, man. You know, so you think that you could serve Yahweh Shem Yahshua and invest into the world with the same amount, I mean, with the amount of energy you want and still be able to serve Yahweh Shem Yahshua? Hell no. When you serve Yahweh Shem Yahshua, you got to give him all your energy, bro. You can't you got to invest majority of everything everything you got into Yahweh Shem Yahshua. You can't invest into Yahweh Shem Yahshua and invest into things that you want to do in the world, even if it's not, so to speak, unlawful. You know what I'm saying? You still gotta pretty much give everything to Yahweh Shem Yahshua, and really you should want to. Why the hell would you want to? Even if something not lawful, why would you? I mean, not unlawful. Why would you still want to commit more time to that than Yahweh Shem Yahshua? That don't make no sense. You know, if you really love him, you know, if you really love someone or something, you're gonna commit your time and your effort to it always, man. You know, if you truly love it, you know, if you truly love them or truly love, and that's why I say, are we stronger than he? You know, because Yahweh Shem Yahshua obviously loves us, you know, and he's invested everything into us, you know. So are you stronger than him? Can you do more than what Yahweh Shem Yahshua can do? You don't see Yahweh Shem Yahshua trying to balance the nation of Israel and these other nations, you know, like fuck with them too and fuck with us, even though he could, but he don't even do that. You know, are you stronger than him? You know, it says all things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not. Right, and that's what it's all about. It's all about edification, man. Building brothers up, man. You know, that's why Yahweh Shah said, I pray that your strength fail not. And when you are converted, strengthen thy brethren. You know, so when you are converted to this truth, converted to this doctrine, you're supposed to strengthen your brethren up, man. You're supposed to admonish and exhort. Bring out what you got real quick. I gotta take it.
This is Luke 6:25. It says, "Woe unto you that are full now, that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets." So everybody, all the jakes right now who living their best life, they trying to the jakes living their best life. The jakes trying to be in the world and be in the truth at the same time, which you can't do. They're going to be destroyed. You laughing, you having fun, you full now. You're going to be crying later, because I can speak for myself and the brother right here. We are not full. We not laughing. None of that right now. You laughing, bro?
About what?
Life.
No, shit. I don't have ain't nothing to laugh about. The only thing to laugh about is how fucked up it is.
You full
Full of what?
on life.
How?
Hmm?
I said how?
Exactly. We not full. We not we hungry right now. Like 50 cents. 50 Cent was like, y'all getting fat while we starve, and that's going on right now. The real men of the Lord are starving, while everybody else is fat and eating. They love it here. They wish this place never goes down. They say be a slave. That's my thing. Get disrespected. I'm Mr. Disrespect. I love it. I ain't for this.
I gotta get ready to wrap it up, bro. I got this last one unless you got anything.
Time.
This is Ecclesiastes 7:2. It says, "It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for that is the end of all man, and the living will lay it to his heart. Sorrow." So it say the house of feasting is the end of all men. You know, that's this place. You know, that's where I'm at, brother. That's the spirit. It says, "Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance the heart is made better." You know, it says, "The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth." You know, we know what's gonna happen to fools. You know, it says judgments are prepared for scorners and stripes for the backs of fools, man. You know, so ultimately, you know, Yahweh Shemashah, he got something prepared for all you foolish ass niggas who love mirth so much, man. You know.
Yeah, kind. A can of ass whooping. That's what's ready.
Most definitely. Do you smell what the rock is cooking?
Right.
I'm cooking up some missiles, famine, death, and destruction for your ass. Yeah, you had anything else, bro? All right, kind. Well, with that, we want to give our praises to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bashem,
Hashem,
Yahushua,
Yahushai,
Bashem,
Hashem,
Rakal,
oh,
Kadash.
gosh.
Double honors to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone, rule well. Peace and salutations to the house of David. Shalom to the elect.